Now, Wednesdays, normally, we check in on the adventures of Dale and Jerry, but the adventures were happening on a Wednesday, so we've moved it to today. Good morning.
Good morning, Jeff. If you want to call what we did adventuresome, it certainly was disorganized. And
So what's been going on? You guys have been participating in the shrimping that's been going on? A couple days of that?
Well, if you've never shrimped before, you need to at least one time so you know what you're missing.
Yeah.
But, we only have a small boat that we shrimp out of. And typically you do sea trials and all this kind of stuff ahead of time, which we thought we had done some.
Well, your sea trials were last season.
Yeah, right.
That's how you do it.
Well,
it worked last year.
Yeah, fortunately
Why wouldn't it work again?
Fortunately, we knew that the motor didn't run, so we went and had that serviced, and it was working perfectly. And blah blah blah. We load up the boat and get the boat launched and blah down. Anyway, when we go to start the boat motor, it doesn't want to run. So
put electronics in the water. There's going to be some problems.
Yeah, well, this is a gas thing. Anyway, so long story short on that one, the gas that was in there was old, and by the way, he topped it off with old gas. So we had problems. So that was one, and then the other one was we had been charging the battery, and it seemed like it was running intermittently. Well, it seemed like it was. Anyway, a neighbor loaned us one, so we were able to finally drop our pots at 10:30, which normal time is you drop them. The pots are in the water after 9 and out of the water before 1.
Yeah.
So we got out there about 10:30, and we thought, oh, geez, this is kind of going to be an exercise in futility, right? But actually, we got 2 limits, less 7. So
Dale's not here this morning. Is that because he's still manually pulling the pots up from the water at 250 feet or whatever it is?
Try 300 plus. We couldn't put enough rope on them.
Pulling them up?
Anyway,
That's
really, the shrimping was pretty spotty.
It was good, though? I mean, no? How'd you do? You said
typically,
2 minus 7?
Yeah. For how late we dropped them in, that was pretty good. But normally we have our limits certainly by 11:30.
Yeah.
Not so this year.
So you can continue on with the day.
Yeah, and so we just had not very many, not as many as have been in the past. And each year you hear more people say, well, they're not, going to shrimp. And each year after shrimping, if you go drive down 101, you'll find pots set out there for free or for sale.
Yeah.
Because my guess is they didn't do too hot shrimping. But, I've brought shrimp in here, and just really sweet shrimp. So anyway, the other things that are happening, and this is from Dale. Dale is emceeing the celebration.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And he was very interested in what our name was since we changed it.
Yeah, we're not the Newsies anymore.
We are the Radio Flyers. Is that what I hear?
Radio Flyers. Now, Darren asked me if I could, because I have an old Radio Flyer wagon that I got Kaiser.
Oh.
He says, can you bring that? And now I'm not entirely sure what he wants me to do with it.
Yeah, maybe he wants to go for a ride.
Sitting out and ride them around. But we'll be the Radio Flyers this year.
Well, see, you loaded up with goodies to bribe the judges.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. And then you parade that back and forth in front of them so that they're tempted to
Round
give
2,
you some
make your selection here. What would you like?
There you go. Also, I wanted to speak briefly every 2 weeks, and now we're going to meet every week, the fundraising committee for the Habitats event on June 24th. Mm-hmm. I let it be known I have tickets for the shed and or playhouse that they're raffling off. And the shed is about 7 feet by 10, and it's framed.
That's a nice looking one.
Right. And as soon as I get pictures, I'll put them on the Adventures page and let everybody know that I have tickets for sale.
Okay.
So a similar shed, should you build it, is probably anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000.
Yeah,
we're selling the tickets for $5 each.
Good
so if anybody's interested, if you have want to keep your grandkids occupied, you might want to purchase a ticket for the playhouse.
I thought you were going to say throw them in the shed.
Yeah. Well, no. The playhouse is, a little house for the kids. In fact, that if you had any room left in your backyard, it'd give you less to thatch.
That's true. Save my eyeballs if I needed to do that. Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, $5 a piece, and I have tickets, and the board members, the Habitat board members have tickets, but we'll make them available. They could call the station here, and I'd certainly get a ticket to them. I'm going to go up to Cushman because there's a lot of homes up there that are and lots where they could use that shed. And then the one other thing that I'm continue to work on, and it kind of got pushed aside, is the intern program for high schoolers. I need to get the job descriptions to Pat Cusack so he can take a look. But we're going to look at 2 job descriptions for the interns, and one would be like working on things here at the station. The other one would be like for events, which it would include the high school football game filming that we did last year that the kids just loved.
They did a great job too.
The kids loved it, and our listening and YouTube audience loved it. We got lots of feedback, and on our website with the sideline sports that Sean's been doing, and if we are able to broadcast once again the football games, the community loved it, and the kids were so excited about doing that, and things that they're learning are life skills, and could be employed, in the near future. So,
cool.
Anyway, after that, then I'm taking time out. These sunny days are just really hard to come to work or to think about it.
Yeah, no, they are hard to come to work.
When you don't have to.
Especially if you don't have to necessarily. All right, anything else then? I guess we'll all be spelling together. You're going to be at Celebration then too tomorrow night?
Yeah, I believe I will. Yes. I'll bring my tickets along if anybody's listening to this and wants a ticket.
Nice plug.